are you? Okay. Thanks now. Waiting for a while, maybe the other candidate may arrive. I'm not a specialist in this field, especially because I'm, you can say maybe the religion student, especially religion Islam. So I have little command on the Islamic aspect, maybe about worship, prayers, other matter which is relating to me. But about civilization, I have tried my heart, and hopefully, inshallah, I'll be play the good role with your cooperation to next to understand each other. Because too many like the terms, which is especially because we are talking about the physician, so the terms which is mostly specific with them. So too many words which is not used to me. Because first time I am hearing, when we visit a doctor, so they are going to be, they describe some kinds of the disease name. Like last week, I did an experience. I have a little itching. So generally we know, okay, just itching normally. But itching have a different type of disease with a different names. So doctor asked me, because the first doctor, they treat me for the skin infection, I was not cured. So then when again I go to the same doctor, so he asked me, I suggest maybe this is scabby. I scared, what is scabby actually? It is actually itching, that's what I know. He said you go and then you search, the scabby is a kind of itching. So the here's today lecture actually Islam and civilization. Maybe if you see the few slides later, so when we talk about the physician, the Muslim reformers, so what they wrote about medicine and what they suggest the rest world about that. So the few of words maybe that is not familiar to me. So maybe the little will be little hard to understand it. But when you go back to home, maybe you can search like me when I have searched out what is scaby. So SCABI, kind of itching. Yeah, scaby, the kind of itching, the one disease. So yeah, maybe the few words will be maybe hard. So but you can find out that it's fully understanding what it's mean actually. Maybe when you go back to home and when you try it, like maybe a few words will be coming maybe which I did my homework, which is actually maybe the pediatric, and a few other words maybe the gynecology or like this. There's some words which is actually hard to read because I'm not the like the daily life we are using these special terms, and which is in the doctrine field, maybe in the branches of the medicine they use it. So but inshallah, hopefully will be fine, and inshallah, what I understand, will be try my best. Inshallah.
Okay. We're going to start the presentation, and I'm sure most of you don't know the speaker of today. It's Hafiz Sadaga. He's one of the imam of this mosque. And Alhamdulillah, he's somebody who has also memorized the entire Quran. So when he's talking, He knows where to take it. He doesn't need to open the Quran like me or many other people. Alhamdulillah. And he's been assistant imam here and very active in giving talk on Islamic topic to Muslims as well as non-Muslims. And the session that I presented last time about halal and haram was due to, he was to take over that session, but it happened that he was very busy organizing the Hajj program and he was assuming the duty of the chief imam. And today, inshallah, we will talk about Muslim contribution to the world and civilization. He will be presenting the topic. If he has time to entertain question and answer, we will. Otherwise, inshallah, we will try to, as I say, usually we will be the bush doctor until we find the proper specialist. And two announcements before we start. First, next Saturday is a break. We don't have a session coming next Saturday, inshallah. And in between next week, 19, 20, and 21st, we have Islamic events taking place in Hong Kong. It's organized by our brothers of Serving Islam team. They're organizing a dialogue between a rabbi from the Jew religion, a Christian, and interfaith dialogue, and a Muslim. Brother Fadim Suleiman coming from Egypt. So that will take place at Hong Kong University. I invite each one of you to attend. It's on 19th of this month from 6 to 7 o'clock, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And full information is mentioned on their page, on their webpage, servingislamteam.com. The other announcement is the following week. We will have a presentation by Brother Wa'il. He will be talking about Islamic manners. That's not the coming Saturday, but the one after, meaning Saturday 24th. So, please, Brother Saraya, and
thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa kafa. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil rusuli wa khatamil anbiya. Amma ba'd. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تلك الأيام نداولها بين الناس. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: اطلبوا العلم من المهد إلى اللهد. صدق الله العظيم وصدق مولانا رسوله النبي الكريم. Respected brothers and sisters, today I am going to talk to you on topic Muslim contribution to the world civilization. Similarly, maybe Islam and civilization, with a different way we can take it. Actually, this topic was belonged to my respected brothers Mufti Zaman. He is absent, so that's why instead of him, I'm here standing to talk on it. Islam and civilization. Before talking on this topic, we should have to define the definition of a civilization. Because with the definition, we can confine the things. For example, if we define the human being, so then the rest of the human being, we don't include them when we say it's for the human being and it's related to the human being. When we make a definition for something, it is going to be fixed to where it can apply and where it could not apply. So that's why the definition is important. Before going ahead, what is the definition of a civilization? An advanced state of intellectual, cultural, and material development in human society. This is the meaning and definition of a civilization. Like nowadays, 2012, which is a more advanced than maybe the 2005, 2006, or maybe 1990, or if we go a century back. So nowadays, it is a more advanced. more culturally developed in a human society than the centuries before, marked by progress in the arts and science. Not just an advanced society, but especially advanced in the arts and in the science. So progressively, in these years, if we go back and compare it with the century before, so it's not mean that today's civilization, it is just developed up from the zero. No. In all past centuries, it has developed. Maybe fewer the ratio is 2%, fewer the ratio is the 5%, fewer the ratio is the more than 10%, developed by the time to time with the people. The second definition, they easily technologically advanced. Like nowadays, we are very advanced in the technology. Not then, if we go back, a century back, or maybe the half century back, that's time, maybe nobody know about the mobile phone. This is just a few years, maybe 10 to 15, 20 years. The people, they know it, oh, we can talk to our relatives. I am here in Hong Kong. Without the wire, I have just one cell phone and I talk to my families who is in very far. First it was possible, okay, I'm going to be talked to by the landline number, not with the cell phone. So mean day by day, the people, they are going to be create a things, they are going to be creating a thing which is advanced than the last centuries, maybe the last few years. So the definition of a civilization is a simply mean technologically advanced society. So we are now living in a technologically advanced society. Today will be talk what the Muslims contribute in this civilization. Because I told you, it is not just a jump from the last 2 years or maybe 3 years. When a human being used to start living on the earth, so they start to create the things. Because like the one idioms in the Urdu language, which is Zarurat Ijad Ki Maa Hai. The meaning is the need, it's ask itself to create something for it. The people, they have no dress, but they are the naked. So they will be trying to do something to cover himself. So the Zarurat Ijad Ki Maa Hai. So whereas you are in the need, you will be create something for yourself. For example, if I am hungry and I am not finding the food, so I will be trying to avail the food, howsoever. So mean, where is the person in the need, so they create something. This is one item. So what the Muslim they contribute in this civilization society, what Muslim contributes to it. And the main thing, what thing it is going to be motivate the Muslims to, they are trying more. What is the motivated, the back things which is motivating the people to, they are going to be contribute. Now, the two factors. The one is the Holy Book Quran, and the second is the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The first one, the Quran. Maybe most of you are aware about it. Quran is a holy book in a religion Islam. It was revealed upon Prophet Muhammad in the time of 23 years. Not just like a copy of the book it was given him, but at a time when he was in the need, so he seek help from Allah, he seek help from God. So according to that, it was coming revelation. Or maybe they are facing some problems. So like this, at a period, in a period of 23 years, it was complete. So the basic motivation for the Muslims, they had contribution, they had contributed with the contributed to the civilization, that is the Quran. The basic thing. Why it is Quran? Because the first revelation, which is in the Quran, the first revelation was the word Iqra, to seek knowledge. For seeking knowledge, the first revelation was not to who is God. The first revelation was not what is the definition of God. The first revelation was not about messenger himself, I am the messenger of God. That's I am I will be talk to you after this, my position between you is as a messenger. No. What was the first revelation? Iqra bismi rabbika allazi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord who created you. So the first word, Iqra, first word revealed in the Quran, Iqra means read, means study, means seek knowledge. The one way of seeking knowledge. When you seek knowledge, definitely you will achieve something. When you achieve it, you should be like to be applied in the society. So mean you are going to be help the society. So that's why this is the first revelation, and more than 750 plus verses in the Quran encourage women to ponder, to think, to contemplate, reflect and research. These the verses of the Quran which motivate the Muslims to they research in the things. And when they will start researching, they will get some result. When they will be thinking, so then that thing, it should be reflect on them. How should have to be I make it the more comfortable? How should to be I make it the more advanced? When they will be start thinking in it, when they will be start studying it, when they will be start reading about something. So mean it's going to be motivate them to you have to be do something for a society. What Quran say? Reflect in the verse which is in the Quran, part number 2. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ. They ask you about intoxicants and gambling. قُلْ فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ. Say in them there is a gross sin, the big sin, and some benefits for you. إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ وَإِثْمُهُمَا أَكْبَرُ مِنْ نَفْعِهِمَا. And the sin of these both things, intoxicants and gambling, great than what you are going to be achieved, that their benefits. And some benefits for the people, but their sinfulness far outweigh their benefits. Yes, Adonaka. Again they ask you, they also ask you, Maza yunfikun, what to give to charity? Say, the excess. Qulil af, say to them, what is, you are in the need of $100, you have some excess in the clothes, in the shoes, you have to be giving the charity to someone. Clarifies the revelation of you. Qulil af, kadhalika yubayyinullah. Like this, Allah is going to be clarifying. Yubayyinullahu lakum al-ayat, His verses, His signs, His evidence. Why? لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَفَكَّرُونَ, that you may reflect. When the person, he will be thinking in his body, he will be thinking in his whole universe, so then its thing will be reflect on him. So it will be motivate him to be try to do something, not just sit like a dummy. Okay, I am just created to should have to be eat and spend my life. No. When he will be studying the Quran, so that this verse will be asking, and that this verse will be, this verse will be asking to you think about it. You think about yourself, why you are created, and how you are created. So when it will be reflect on him, so it will be motivate him to he going to be try to do something. And when he will be trying, so when he will be trying, so he will be achieve something. He will be reach to his goal, and he will be trying to be apply in the society. The next thing is upon the what Quran say. كَذَلِكَ يُبَيِّنُ اللَّهُ لَكُمُ الْآيَاتِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَفَكَّرُونَ. After that, in a Surah Yunus, say ponder over what is happening in the heavens and the earth. When we were a child, we look at the sky. So sometime, like a shining star, it's going to be run. And after few minutes, it's a disappear. When I was a child, I see, or someone asked me the different stories behind it. But when we study the Quran, so the Quran say, what is this star? What's sama'i wa tariq? Wama adraka ma tariq? What you know about these stars, which is shining on the sky, and then sometimes it's run, and then after a few minutes it's disappear. What is this? Mean when the shayateen, when the jinns, mean the creation of the God, who is not obeying his order, they try to be sneak something from up, from heavens, from skies. So they were beaten with these stars. These stars follow them. So then they again come down. They didn't try to go up. But this is our thinking. This is what we are getting from the Quran. But beside this, when one star is moving, when the sun is rising up, when the day is passing, night is coming, so if the person who pondered in this heaven, in this earth, so he will be get why it's every day going to the sun rise up, why the day is passing, night is coming, and how it is. How like we are living in this world, how it is possible to every day, like maybe after 12 hours the darkness is coming, and then after maybe 8 or 10 hours again the shining is coming. So it will be reflect on him. He will be try to ponder about it. So when he will be try to ponder about it, he will get some result about it, and he will be try to apply it. Then Quran also say, think, those who remember Allah, those who remember God always and in prayers, standing, sitting and lying down on their sides, and think deeply about the creation of the heavens and earth. Why I am going to be explaining these verses? Because when I will start the reformer, maybe just one or two, like the one or two reformers in a physician, maybe the other have also, I bring their names. So why the Muslims, they were the first, unfortunately not now, very famous, but why they were the first? Because this thing motivate them. When this thing motivate them, so they try and they give the some ideas to the people, which was later on, through by experiment, it was proved that this is the correct one. Like the later on will become. The second thing which is motivating the Muslim, that is the life of Prophet Muhammad. What he said? He said, "Utlubul ilma min al-mahd ila al-lahd." But this one hadith, which is talabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli muslimin wa muslimatin. The seeking of knowledge is obligatory for every Muslim. The seeking of knowledge. It's include all type of knowledge. First, it should be applied on the religious. We should have to be aware about what is my creed. I should have to be clarified my creed regard God, my creed regard messengers. So we have to be seek the knowledge. This one. And the second one, the second hadith, means seek knowledge continuously from the cradle till to grave. Means from childhood till you reach to the grave. Whole life should have to be the person every time, like a student, and every time when he getting somewhere the knowledge, he should have to be participated and should have to be achieved, should have to be get some knowledge because of its importance. So this is the second thing which motivate them, because when you have a knowledge, maybe you can apply it, maybe you can give the idea, you can give the solution for that thing about which you have a knowledge. But if you have no knowledge about that, so how you can give the solution, how you can apply it if you don't know about the basic of that thing? These two things. This, the first mean the Quran, the second, the life of Prophet Muhammad. This motivate the Muslims to they try to do something. That's why the Muslim reformers are still remembered in the history and still remembers in the heart of the Muslims when they try, when this thing motivate them, so they try and nowadays they are still remembered. What is now the non-Muslim scholars' opinion regarding the Muslims? Are they did something or no? Opinions of the Western scholars about Muslim contribution to civilization. Are the Muslims, they have some contribute with this civilization, mean with this technologically advanced life? Are the Muslims, they are just benefited from it, or maybe they have also something contributed? Whosoever the creator of this thing, whosoever is going to be denied it, so definitely he have a right to, he will be, the first he will be benefited, then the rest of the people they will benefited from it. But he is getting credit because he was the deriver, he was the reformer of that thing. So here the speeches which was delivered in India. One of them, the Europe is indebted to the Muslim science, Muslim arts and Muslim literature for taking them out from the darkness of the Middle Ages. This is the opinion of the Western scholar, not the opinion of the Muslim. As I am saying, okay, I will be praising more than the Muslim, I will praising more Muslims than the other scholars, because being I am a Muslim, so I should have to give little favor to the Muslims. But what history recorded, that is the truth. If suppose I am lying, or maybe I am praising more on the Muslims, but what the history had recorded, that is the truth. We could not skip that. Okay, we skip that portion, and then we have to bring the others one. No, but the history have recorded, that is also give us some signs and some proofs. What the Victor Robinson say, the story of medicine, what he say in it about the Muslims, about the Muslim physicians. Europe was darkened at sunset. Cordoba was shining with public lamps. They know how to get the electric, even though they were not reached to that position. Europe was dirty. Cordoba built thousands of baths. The model society civilized them. Even though when the Prophet life will be started, what is the main civilization in Islam will be discussed about it. These all things, this is for the need of the Muslims. This is for the need of every person. But what is the basic civilization? We should have to be clean our heart. We should have to be pity on others. We should have to be give the rights, the other rights. We should have to be, somewhere we feel ourselves, oh, he is higher than me. That this thing, when will become? When you will be get, the great revolutions, the great kindness, and the great thing of the source which is going to be impact on you. That's why when we will talk about the peasant society, will be explained. Europe was lying in mud. They have no, the bed, Cordoba street were paved, covered with the concrete. They make the road, footpath for the people. Europe nobilities could not sign their name. They were not aware about the study. Cordoba children went to school. Europe monks could not read their Bible. Cordoba teachers created the library. So it's the things which create them and the opinions of the Western scholars about the Muslims. Why it is need? Because this is also the basically needs of the Muslims. They should have to be knowledge of this thing. Like necessity for Muslim to develop new technology. Why? Because during prayer, the Muslim should have to be direct towards the Makkah, towards the Kaaba, especially this room, which is covered with the black cover. During the prayers, we are facing it. When the people migrated from Makkah till towards, and when the Islam was spread till to far away, at the time of the first successor and then the second successor of the Prophet Muhammad, it was reached to the subcontinents till to the far away, then the subcontinents till to the boundaries of the Spains, and till to here towards other than Pakistan again, till to the Afghanistan it was reached. So then these far away people, how they will be face the Qibla, how they will be faced, even it is conditioned for the prayer. So then it is necessary for Muslim, as Muslims started to migrate to different region, and also the Islam was spread to the different region, they need to accurately find the direction towards Makkah, Saudi Arabia. They need the correct direction. They developed scientific instruments to fulfill this need. So it was also their need, and zarurat ijat ki maain. When it was their need and they have a little knowledge about it, like maybe in navigation, geography, psychology, physics, have all reformers, have Muslim reformers as well. We are not going to be denied other than the Muslim. They have also as well. But here we are talking what Muslim contributed. So in all fields, in a science, in physics, geography, algebra, and psychology, which is mostly talk about human society, in all fields have a Muslim reformers. So this was the also because it is need after Muslim. They have to be find a correct direction towards Makkah. So they have to be make some scientific instruments to fulfill this need. Also the solar calendar, because calculate the time after 5 prayers. You should have to be calculate the times after 5 prayers. That's why for that the azan is prescribed, mean calling for the prayer. The people who is close to, but the caller who is giving the call, how will we know? Oh, this is the prayer time. How will we know? So then for that we have to be the solar calendar, which is calculate for the calculating of the prayer timings. So let's we know. Okay, 4 o'clock will be today pray the asr. 5 o'clock the sun will be set. So it's also. Then the lunar calendar, because few worships which is related with the sun, mean not with the sun, moving with the moving of